we get started?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You start with me.
Okay. Oh! Might as well kick it off the right way, I guess. Hi, welcome to SeraCast. My name is Dell. I'm the co-owner of Seraphim, and I do a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff, like the website development, the accounting, working on the techie stuff, and this is Kess.
Hi, I'm Kess Crystal, and this week I know that I am the co-owner of Seraphim.
I'm glad you realized.
I've been practicing.
Good.
With the imaginary dog. So I do a lot of the commercial work, so I deal with all the advertising requests and putting together advertising packages for brands, etc., and a lot of the marketing. Yes, welcome along to SeraCast.
Kess likes to handle our packages.
Don't forget to check us out on seraphimsl.com and to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, so Seraphim news for this week. We have a big birthday, and I mean a big birthday. I mean, we would never disclose a lady's age, but what does it rhyme with, Dale?
It rhymes with nifty or thrifty or shifty.
Shifty. I like shifty. So she's 21.
Shifty 21. Shifty 21.
It's Jules's birthday. Jules is the general manager, basically, of Seraphim. She looks after all the admin, all the stats, all the figures. She does a lot of data work, as well as running the quality team. She, and really just being one of, we've got two right arms, and she is one of
left
them.
one.
She's amazing.
She's the left one.
She's the left one, the right arm.
Oh God! Happy birthday, Jules.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yes.
We'll have a shot for you as well.
Yes.
On the day, and just enjoy, get drunk, and don't set fire to your house with that many candles on a cake. We also want to say get well soon to our wonderful Belle. Belle is the operations manager for Seraphim. She's the other right hand and the other left hand, and she's been poorly for a couple of weeks now. We really miss her. We miss her from a work point of view, but we just miss her input on things and her funny chats and her little sayings and things as well. We really hope you get well soon. We know you're going to be off for a little while yet, and we just want you to get better at 100%, and we miss you.
I miss you. I don't necessarily, Belle has a tendency for great detail. She's a very detail-oriented person. And
in everything.
Yeah. And sometimes that results in a little overshare.
A little overshare.
So while I hope every part of you is recovering, I'm thankful that you're sending us information as a whole and not describing individual parts.
I described her, if she was a band, I would call her Earth, Wind and Fire, because anything that causes any of those things on her body, we get a blow-by-blow account of.
We do. We do. And we love her.
Yeah.
And, not knowing intimate details are okay sometimes.
Yeah. And you're never going to listen to the song September again.
Oh, my God.
Of some of Belle's stories.
Oh, my God. Do you remember the 21st night of September?
I didn't say sing.
Oh.
So we've got some amazing news. Well, we think it's amazing news. We're really excited about it. We got so much great feedback about SeraCast and how much you're all enjoying it. And we've been thinking a while about what other content we could do for YouTube, but also content that we have time to do, because like the editing process, takes a while as well once we've done the recording. So we thought, let's do a video without having to do any editing. In other words, let's do a live stream.
Yeah.
Basically. So from Monday at 9 a.m. SLT, set your clocks. We are going to be doing a live stream from the outlet on the Seraphim sim. It'll be probably about half an hour or so. We think, again, we'll go through any new brands that have joined the outlet, new items that week. If you don't know, the outlet is an event where the designers can change their items weekly, and they're all sold at like a minimum of 50% off. And we have amazing brands. So there's always something new, like almost daily there. So we're going to give you an update of what's new that week. And then Joe and I are going to tell you what our favourite thing is that we found from that week's updates. So that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be live on the YouTube channel, 9 a.m. SLT on Mondays.
You guys can come join us too. Like, come to the outlet, come and hang out with us. We could talk, we could dance, we could try out furniture animations together.
Oh, please come so that I don't have to try them out with her. So yeah, come along and join us. But if you can't get onto SL, then please do join us on the live stream when that goes out on Monday at 9 a.m. SL2. We'll see you there. And the last thing, do you want to cover the last one in this segment?
The fun event is open. It's open for another week. It runs through April 6th. So, if you haven't gotten your April Fool's joke stuff yet, you guys stop by the fun event. It is like the turnout was great. The designs are truly awesome. I dropped a lot of money there. I'm not even gonna lie. Everything was super fun. Super fun.
Me too.
Yeah. So go check it
out.
out.
I'm wearing the Mango Milk Mindy and one of the tattoos that's fun as well.
Oh, I think I still have on the Mango Milk eyeliner too. Yeah. It's really like good stuff. Just it was a fun collaboration to do. The designers are amazing. The items are top notch.
Yeah.
I mean, check out.
I'm surprised that you didn't do the show this week in the balloon outfit from Neve. I know you were eyeing that up.
I was eyeing it up. I was. And I almost bought the chicken nuggets just to propose to you with. Like you were like, would you be my business partner? But I bought the cow for free, so I didn't have to worry about it.
Wow.
So it's time for the Cadbury Creme Egg Countdown. Every time I do that, it makes me think, now it's time for Ticklish Test Gum.
Okay, so last week there were 22.
She just is like, whatever, you weirdo.
Whatever. I'm so used to it now. I actually just want some of it out. Last week there were 22.
There were 24.
Weren't they, Dale? It was 22.
It was 24.
It was 22. 22 cream eggs. This week I have, you know what? I might have 6 because I might eat one.
Because you're stressed.
7 eggs. So, but we are recording 3 days later than we normally do. So it's actually been 10 days.
Okay.
So.
Okay. But what's 24? Yeah. What's the difference between
22?
It was 24.
Look, I'm telling you, when you edit this, go back and check, and you can just put your apology for getting the number wrong on the bottom third.
Oh, look at you using those bottom thirds. But I don't know how you're going to write your apology since I'm the editor.
Well, you could forge mine, I suppose.
Oh, thank you for your permission.
Oh, Lord. So last week we were at, what, 35?
35, I think, yeah.
Yeah, and I've got 24. So I've eaten 11 cream eggs.
17 eggs in 10 days.
15 in 10 days.
Okay.
I didn't have one at all yesterday. I had a dodgy tummy. It's probably from eating 14 cream eggs.
17 cream eggs in 9 days.
15.
Oh
15.
my gosh, you are going to eat so much crow, and it's going to be so delicious.
Oh dear. Right. So, talking of eggs, Easter.
We are going to be having a hunt that is going to be on the Seraphim as well as in other main store locations. Taylor's working on that. There will be a lot more information about it soon. Know that we have some incredible brands who are joining us for this hunt. So it's a way to have some fun, to do something a little different, and to really get some decent gifts.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a lot of brands as well. I just know from like the advertising side of things, there are a lot of brands that are planning on having sort of sales and things around Easter as well. So like, make sure that you're checking the page lots over that Easter weekend.
And then following Easter, the next big event we're going to have is Sarah Pride. I don't really have any big updates on Sarah Pride this week. We are still in the process of seeking sponsorship. The entire point of this event is to raise money for Rainbow Railroad. So we're looking for people who'd be willing to give gift cards as an incentive for donation, or provide gifts as an incentive for donation, or actually like donate themselves or sponsor. A lot of what we do is matching donation, which is, for this hour of time, everything donated up to whatever amount, I'll match that. So it really incentivizes people they know that their, 100 Linden donation just became 200 Linden. So it really helps. Every penny we could possibly raise is going to help save lives.
I love the matching donation idea. It really, it makes such a big difference at the end of the day to the amount. And guys, we're really transparent about the amounts that are donated. We keep a live update. It's got, maybe like an hour delay on it max, isn't it? Like, of the donations on the website. So we're very transparent about how much we raise and where the money is going to.
We have a question this week. Question time. We have a question this week asking, after seeing so many events over the years, what do you think is key to making a successful event in both foot traffic and longevity?
Okay, so we quite often see a lot of feedback in places about, it's always the same big brands in events. And the honest answer is you have to have some big brands, in your event, or if you want to have that big impact with the most number of people. So when you're starting an event, you want to have several, really good brands that are going to pull people and draw attention to your event. You can then have smaller, lesser known brands, surround that. But the problem that you find is when events start to fade is when they lose all the bigger brand names and they only have the smaller brand names, and they're not doing any promotion or marketing, other than the events on Seraphim. Because if people go to a round of an event, they have so much choice right now. They go to a round of an event and there's nothing there, and the brands don't speak to them in some kind of way, they won't go back. Like you said this before, they just won't go back. So you've got to constantly be looking for new people, new customers, new brands, but you've got to keep some big name brands in there as well. If the quality of the brand starts to go down, then it becomes very noticeable. We keep a very close eye on the amount of page views every single, gallery on Seraphim gets. And, we're seeing right now, a couple of events that had loads of hype around when they opened and had fabulous names. But the quality and the pull of the names and the how well known the brands are has started to diminish, and we see it's got direct correlation to how many times the pages are viewed on Seraphim as well. It becomes a cycle. So you've got to do your own marketing as well. Don't just rely on Seraphim. Do your own marketing, do your own Facebook, do your own social media, do your own promotions. You can't just open an event and think after the first round that's it, you're done, and it will just continue every month. You've got to keep working it.
Yeah, hard work really pays off. And as you said, maintaining the quality over the long term. You want to make sure that your image for the event, all of your marketing is geared toward what is actually on display at the event. If you're have an event that has a round that's all about pastels, but your logo image is black on white, people aren't going to get that. And it's important that you show them or give them, at least evoke a feeling of, this is what I am expecting based on this image that I see. That's going to get them to open up your gallery, or that's going to get them to open up your website or click on your Facebook. Then they just have to go. And if you can maintain that quality over a long period of time, then you'll be set. People like to know. They don't need to know every detail of what they're going to expect, but they like to have a pretty good grasp of the expectation before they go.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you guys, if you have questions, comments, anything that you want to discuss, anything you want us to answer about us personally, about the business, I'm going to put the email address at the bottom of the screen. Just shoot us an email. We'll love to hear from you guys.
So the next the myth busting this week kind of ties in a little bit with the question in a way, because I was mentioning that we monitor like the page views and the stats for each post that goes out on the site on a monthly basis.
I don't want to interrupt you. However, I believe that there's a performance brewing inside me, and I did not get to do it. So I had an idea. I think that the people who are listening to the show should contact me or write in and give me like genres to sing to. So like country or like classical or opera.
Please don't do country. Would you do country anyway?
I mean, I would just have to do, it would be like myth busting. Okay.
I will choose for this first week. Do it hip hop.
Hip hop?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to think of a hip hop beat. Myth busting. Myth busting. Myth busting.
So, Del, what are we myth busting?
I guess it's a little bit of a backwards myth bust. It's really actually a confirmation. There are times, we produce our statistics on the site. We keep them on our advertising page. They're very live, and you can also look them up on your own on Similar Web, which is connected directly to our analytics, so it's verified and everything. But we maintain a lot of transparency because, we think it's important that people understand that when they're purchasing advertising or working with us to some degree, like, this is what we can offer you. We're not hiding anything. This is it. So we've been challenged in the past that our statistics are inaccurate, and they're not.
Yeah. And like I say, our analytics are obviously only available to us. But if you go on SimilarWeb and just type in seraphimsl.com, it will bring up quite a lot of information actually about our business in terms of our statistics, where we rank. Most of it is very accurate. I will just say that there is one bit of it that is completely inaccurate. They make a valuation of the Seraphim business on there, and they're doing it based on like the number of page views that we get, and if we were a real life website, what we would be worth with that number of page views. So there's actually a bit that says Seraphim is worth between $1 and $5 million.
I wish.
We can't even tell you how much we wish that was true.
Right.
Because frankly, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
podcast would be a whole lot more professional sounding, I can tell you that.
It would be.
Yeah.
It would be.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's based on if Seraphim was a real life shopping site selling real life product, that's how much the site would be worth based on how many page views we get.
All right, so let's move on to the opinion section. Opinions.
My turn, isn't it?
It is your turn.
Before we continue, the views and opinions expressed in this segment are those of Seraphim team members individually and do not necessarily reflect the position or official policies of SeraphimSL.com. Any content provided during the editorial section of this podcast is not intended to malign anyone or anything.
Very nicely done.
I was impressed with myself. Right
you
now.
should. You know what? You should go have yourself a Cadbury egg. You think there's only 4 left, but really there's 7.
Whatevs.
So what did you find on New World Notes?
The article that I've pulled from New World Notes is about the closing of the Tempura sim. And what she found really interesting as well was the comments that were going on in the comment thread that was underneath it. So there's been a spate over the last few years of well-known regions closing. Often they've been around for many, many years. It's the only thing that ties that person, the owner, to SL anymore. Or they just had enough, or they just can't afford it. It costs a lot of money to run a sim. So there was a suggestion in the comments about, whether Linden Lab could have this, like UNESCO type approach to heritage sites such as Tempura, such as, I know that they saved, I should say, was it the RMS Titanic, the great big cruise ship that's on the Blake Sea. It goes across 3 regions. It's absolutely huge.
Yeah.
But it's super dated.
It was the most romantic place in SL 15 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's been a couple of other sims that I know that Linden Lab has stepped in and said, but it seems to be very much like, if people make enough fuss or, and it was like, well, if there could be a way of, making sure that there was a formal process to say, look, there's this sim, it's been around for years, can you save it? And, maybe they have a portal and, like you go to the cornfield or whatever, a portal through to the heritage sites. And that really saves a bit of Second Life history for everybody as well.
I think it would be really cool to have like a historical society of SL because, you think about it now, like we have monuments and we have different buildings and stuff and they provide us like a living history. And we don't really have that in SL. There's no like official like historical tour of like, this was the most romantic place in SL 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like go look at it. It was a marvel when that thing was built.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tempura was one of the first places I ever took a block photo. A couple of weeks ago, I think I told you that what brought me to Second Life was Duran Duran because they were performing and Duran Duran bought some sims, which is still owned by Duran Duran Universe. They're very dated, they're very old, they're very messy. They've almost got most of them have almost got like a sandbox feel to them now, where it really doesn't seem like that. I mean, I couldn't find the club. We went there with some friends a few weeks ago just to have a look around. There used to be a club there called the Reflex, which isn't there anymore. But there's a giant record player with poses and dances on it. And we had such a good night because it was all off the cuff kind of thing, wasn't planned. We went over there. We'd all had a few drinks. We've been out salsa dancing. And we all went out over there, and as you know, I've got like a DJ stream. So we were like literally going around the Duran Duran Sim, dancing on this record player, listening to Duran Duran's greatest hits on my stream.
Oh,
And
that's
it
great.
was really good fun. It was really, really good fun. Good night. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. But those sort of things, that's what should be saved and memorialized. And I wish there was a formal process to, when you hear of a sim like Tempura closing, that you could put them forward for this sort of heritage status type thing. Do you want to tell us about Rika's Find of the Week? And I'm sure that Rika is in this live chat right now for the premiere, because she always is. She's a great supporter of the SeraCast.
Yes.
Rika's chosen our staff member favorite Find of the Week.
So Rika, if you guys don't know, she is a special features blogger. So she doesn't go into events. What she does is find the items that apply to our main store section, our sales section, the hunts, games, and giveaways. So that's kind of consumes most of her time. And in addition to that, she's like one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. She's so sweet and so kind. And she's been with us since 2021. Big asset to the team. She's the one who's actually like, I don't know, maybe you guys have noticed that there's been like a jump in the quality of and the amount of content in those features. That's all Rika. She's really curating those lists for you guys.
She really is. She's nurturing those sections so well. She's absolute star when it comes to those sections.
Yeah. And this week she picked the Bee Design Summerlight set. This is what she wrote. The Summerlight set is my favorite thing going into spring summer season because having an outdoor chill spot is what myself and most people enjoy the most. It's actually a small romantic pier loaded with PG and adult animations, emphasis on the adult. There is a tree with lights strung throughout, giving the set a romantic glow. You can relax on the pallet, have breakfast, etc. with your friends or significant other. It can fit on any size parcel. Land impact is $69. Price, PG is $2.99, adults is $3.99. Permissions are copy and modify.
I love the fact that she was emphasis on the adult and then it was 69 land impact. You couldn't make that up.
I know. Perfect. And then my favorite find this week is actually from Nutmeg. It's also in our main store section. Nutmeg is giving away this really pretty decor piece that's like a mood board. It is like totally free. All you have to do is join their group, which is free. And then you get this. It's so beautifully decorated and so like just peaceful. And it would make such a great addition to like a cottage or it's beautiful. So go get it. Go over to Nutmeg and grab that.
You know what I actually really appreciate from Never is her group gifts are always so on point. I'm actually wearing part of my favorite find of this week. So my favorite find is the Yum Yum Hair and Bouquet of Mimosa at Uber. Now, basically, there's a little bit to explain here. So it's the hair, and the hair comes in 5 packs, 5 different color packs at 300 linden each. But if you get the fat pack, which is 790 linden, you get the 5 color packs and a bonus color pack, and you get this mimosa crown. But there's also an additional purchase for another 300 lindens of the bouquet, which comes in decor and hold versions, got the baby's breath in it as well. It's just beautiful. It's really so beautifully done. And I love this kind of color and yellow and white flowers for spring. It's just so in season and just looks perfect. So this was my find. Okay, so we're almost at the end, and as you know, we like to do a giveaway every week to our loyal watchers. So this week we have 5,000 linden gift card for one winner to Fancy Decor. which is, I love his store. I've loved his store since he had 3 items.
I still have the very first set he ever put out at Cosmo. I still have it and I still love it.
Oh, wait, is that the rustic dining set?
It is, yeah.
I got that. That's the first item I bought at Cosmo, and then I went, I like this store. I'm going to go over and see the store. So we're going to give away 5,000 in gift cards to Fancy Decor. So if you would like to win, you know what you need to do. You put your Second Life name in the description along with the words Fancy Decor, and we'll pick a winner and we'll put that in the description of next week's SeraCast podcast.
Remember to put the words Fancy Decor on there, because if they're not on there, you didn't enter the contest.
Yeah, it's a rule.
It's a rule.
Yeah. Your name and the words Fancy Decor.
Yes.
You get extra points if you put the little thing over the E in decor. Make it all French. No, I'm joking. Just put Fancy
yeah. Although Jake would probably like a little Frenchy French fanciness. He's so fancy.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
He's so fancy.
He is. He even eats really fancy chicken salad.
Do you know, I've got one of his candles in real life that he sent me.
I know! I'm so jealous! I was talking to him about his candles the other day. I can't wait to order some.
I absolutely, my kids love it as well, so I want to order some when he's ready for that. So if you don't know, he's got I've got a real life Fancy Decor candle in my house, and the smell is divine. Right, so thank you everyone for listening to our madness again for another week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell. The bell means that you will be informed of every new episode, and then on Monday when we do our live stream, you'll get a heads up the day before to set your reminder.
Yay! Set those reminders. Thanks for watching,
right,
you
everyone.
Guys. We will see you next week. Oh, no.
We'll see you on Monday.
Yeah! I was just thinking the same thing.
Yep. We'll see you on Monday.
We'll see you Monday. Bye.
Bye. Taking shots of your office. I'm not your therapist. I think you'll find you are. My office is so boring compared to yours.
Well, because Maya knows me better.
Yeah.
You know, so she put in a bunch of like stuff that was jokey, and you know, because she knows me better than she knows you.
I really like that plant. I'm gonna have to pinch that. Is it a plant?
Are you literally just going to take it and put it in your office?
Yes.
Oh my God, that would be
exactly
a good April Fool's for Maya. Like, we could just rearrange some stuff. She would kill me. She would kill me.
Where did this best boss thing came from? I better have one of them in my office.
Better have one of those in my office.
Because I've seen intimate parts of Dale the last couple of weeks that I never wanted to see. I never asked for this. I never signed up for this.
Just because you didn't ask didn't mean you didn't want.
Okay, Harvey Weinstein.
I know, right? That was so gross.
Oh, I feel like I need to go and have a shower.
Yeah, I do too. Do you want to know how fucking lazy I was yesterday? It was ridiculous. Amazon had dropped something off at my door, and I couldn't remember what I had ordered. Instead of getting up and walking the literal 20 feet to my door and getting the box, I Googled, or I looked it up on Amazon to see what the order was and what was in what they had dropped off.
I think I might do that in certain circumstances as well.
Yeah, but there was I was not in the middle of anything. Like, I could have and should have gotten up and then did, because it was something I was like, oh yeah,
I want that.
yeah.
Oh, bugger, yes. Oh my God, I thought you were telling me you need to go and have a shit.
I would have just said, I gotta go poop. I'll be right back.
What's she calling a poop?
Speaking of cows, where are we at with those Cadbury cream eggs?
We really don't have time now.
Whoops. Del had a little snafu with the recording, guys. This isn't our first time doing this today.
And she's wrong about 24, and she was wrong about that day.
I'm not wrong about 24. Hi.
Hit record.
I did.
Okay, are we recording?
Yeah.
If you hit record,
Yeah.
I'm not talking again till I hit record.
I promise you, I see the minutes moving by.